Hi Total War fans, Dan Otto with Dan Plays here. Today I'm going to be showing you something a little bit different. It's not going to be anything about battles or let's plays. Instead I'm going to be showing you something that I think a lot of people have missed. We are actually going to go into the option settings of the game. We're going to go to game settings. Here, you can default your unit groups to be locked. Anytime you hit Control 1 with unit selected or Control any number, that'll create a locked group which will stay in the position that they're in. You can toggle on default run. You can toggle on guard mode, skirmish mode, projectile trails, and alliance coloring. So this is typically how I would play. I don't like to have my units run because it tires them out. Guard mode I like to use because it'll get your units to maintain their formation in combat. And skirmish mode makes your range units run. If you're trying to hold a line, it's not going to be very helpful. It is pretty useful on if you don't want to micro too heavily on Outriders, Pistoliers, Illyrian Reavers, or any units like that that you don't want to get tied down, although it can be very unpredictable, so I tend to leave it off. And projectile trails just looks neater without them on. However, for seeing what you do and where your units are shooting, it is sometimes a good idea to keep. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to bring up the in-game user interface. By holding down the spacebar, this menu will pop up on the right, and as you can see, it already shows us a lot more information than we would just going into the battle. So that'll show you what type of units they are, their health, their morale, their running, and their stamina. The first one's character Rs. We turn that off and turn it back on. That is the leadership bonus over here. Then there's selection markers. Those are the units you have selected, whether or not they're highlighted. Movement pass for if you move a unit. There's also firing arcs right after that, which will show you if you have line of sight of the enemy. Then there's hide foliage, which will make it easier on your processing unit if you need to. The unit threat level, which will hover above their heads. Right now it's yellow. Unit icons to say whether they're melee, range, spears, cavalry. Unit stat bars, which is the health and morale. Their status icons, which is right there, vigor, taking fire, firing at will. Tyrion's just standing here, and these guys are running. Then we also have the unit banners if you don't want those in the way. If you have the status icons, you might not need them. And unit tooltip effects. And then also cinematic mode here at the bottom. So if you just want to kind of watch everything play out, hit cinematic mode and it hides the entire UI. Here we can zoom in on Tyrion as our Lothar and Seaguard are just shelling everybody around him. He's just looking confused. There you have it. So that's how we can use that. Also, on that screen, there's going to be a little lock icon. If you select that locked, that is going to be how your UI looks when you're not holding the spacebar. So as you're looking around the battle map, you'll be able to see different things depending on what you select. All right, guys, thanks for watching.